Okay, now we're recording. All right. And time is going. So, what's up, everybody? I'm Joseph Yakabuchi. Today I will be interviewing Angel and Elijah Chacon. So really what I'm like trying to investigate or like kind of find out is like how did you guys get into hip hop and like what is it that you guys do? I know one of you guys produce and one of you guys rap. What's your process along it? Like what's your process going through it? What do you guys use when you produce beats, sounds, and what do you use when you rap? So we'll start with Angel. Angel as a producer. What got you into producing and like what equipment do you use when it comes to making beats and producing beats?
What got me into producing, honestly, was listening to a lot of Dr. Dre. From listening to his backstory, how he started from just a little DJ set in his bedroom, like that inspired me to start, making my own. Um, what I use an app called BandLabs. BandLabs has a bunch of just instrument and sounds that you can use to make your own and like to start from scratch, or you can take samples from other people's and you could add on your own little twist to it.
And when you sample like things, like do you only sample hip hop sounds? Do you sample a variety of different things? Like if you're bored by yourself, like and you just want to cook something up, what different genres have you touched with? What have you played with? Like, bring us to that.
Yeah, yeah. Hip hop, I stick to hip hop a lot, but I've sampled a lot of R&B. R&B, that's a really really one that I want to try out more. Um I tried jazz too. Jazz into hip hop, that's like something like I've been cooking up a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay. Okay. And Elijah, what about yourself? What do you do in the like, well, as far as getting your feet wet in the music industry? Like, what do you do? What's your niche? Or like, what do you prefer to do?
So, I tend to write a lot of lyrics. Uh, Growing up, I think freshman year in high school, I realized that I'm able to write lyrics, and I think I got a part of that gift from my pops because he used to rap and he used to write lyrics in high school all the time.
Okay.
So, um, what I like doing is I like to write the lyrics and then I try to find a nice instrumental or a nice beat that I can make my words come to life. I like to think of. So I like to do that a bit. And Angel actually made a few beats that I've tried rapping on, and I thought that was pretty cool. The fact that he likes to produce and I like to write lyrics and rap. I think it's a cool mix.
Okay.
Um,
And how many
but yeah.
songs have you like made or like how many songs like have you published any songs, whether they're on like YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud? Have you done anything as far as like trying to get your name out there or just like releasing anything for fun?
I have, yeah. I believe the first time I ever posted something was on YouTube. It was literally just a screen recording of the audio file. But then I took that down, and right now most of the music that I do have published would be on SoundCloud. Um, over over the years, I want to say that I made about 30 plus songs, but not even half of them are public. They're maybe like three of my best songs are probably on SoundCloud right now.
Okay, for sure. And like for both of you, it's a question for both of you. It could be an open question. Like, how long have you guys been producing? We'll start with Angel first. Angel, how long have you been producing?
Um, Honestly, I've been producing for like almost less than a year. I think it's coming up to a year, but yeah.
Okay, and Elijah, how long have you been rapping? Well, you said freshman year, so what's that, like 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah, it's about 4 years, 5 years. Yeah, 5 years when I discovered that I can write lyrics and all that stuff.
Okay, right on. So right now I'm gonna get in. We're gonna transition to a couple of questions, either for both of you guys or one of you guys can answer. Question number one: How has hip hop made an impact on the current state of the world?
Yeah, I mean, hip hop has a lot of, impacts, not only in the music industry, but with shopping for like clothes and stuff. A lot of the rappers or hip hop artists nowadays have different styles that people like to copy. and also with more political, like Kendrick Lamar right now, he's going crazy political in the world with his music. So
Okay, and Elijah, what else do you think?
I think hip hop it's got hip hop is a culture that has changed the way of the world for decades. I mean, it's influenced kids to realize that there's more to life than whatever they're doing. And hip hop songs they're used to influence kids to realize that there is better out there in the world, even though that there are some songs that may be all about like gangs, money, and females and all that stuff. But most hip hop sends it spreads a message, and that's what I like about hip hop because it can get the word across, especially when something needs to be heard.
Okay, good. The second question, do you think hip hop should be inclusive or a exclusive genre? Like, meaning like, like, is it cool for hip hop to have ties to like jazz or like to hip hop or like, well, obviously hip hop, but like R&B, like, right? Like something sampled by R&B, but they use it for hip hop or rap. Like, you think that's okay? Do you think it's only inclusive? Like, what do you guys think?
Oh, nah, I mean hip hop was made when someone put a jazz beat over some hi-hats and drums. I mean, that's the jazz and R&B and all that stuff, that's all a part of hip hop. Everything is mixed in to make hip hop. I think.
Okay, and Angel, what
yeah,
you think?
I mean, yeah, I agree with Elijah. I mean, hip hop's come a long way. I mean, from not only blacks and Latinos, but like even whites be hopping on some crazy stuff. So
Okay. And question three, what does hip hop mean to you? Like how deep does it go back with you? And like what does it mean to you? Like throughout your life, what like how big of an effect has hip hop had on you?
yeah, I mean, to me, hip hop is a way for me to express feelings. Like not only with my beats, but like in lyrics as well. Like to anybody, it could be the same.
Right on, and Elijah?
I'm about to agree with Angel on that part. And hip hop has been in my life for as long as I can remember because my dad, he grew up like that, so naturally he grew up his firstborn son to be around hip hop. So when it comes into that aspect, it's really changed me a lot, and especially when it came to realize that a part of that gift got passed down to me, it helped me it helped me think about the times that I was going through, and it made me turn it into an art. So
Or yeah,
it's helped me with coping and stuff like that, you know?
like art way of expression. So I get you on that. And the fourth question is what what is your perspective? What in your perspective makes hip hop great? Okay, what in your perspective makes a great hip hop record?
Um, Honestly, the lyricism behind them, the production, and how authentic you can get with it. I mean, it should tell a story and deliver a message, you know? I
Okay,
mean,
I get you, especially yeah, it's just more than just beats. It has to be storytelling or the lyrics. I get you, Elijah. What do you think on that? What's your take on that?
I'm not to fully agree with Angel on this one. There's a lot of factors that can make a quote unquote great hip hop record. And like he said, the words behind the lyrics, the words that have a meaning, that tell a story, that show struggles or that show empathy, motivation. Um, I think when it comes to the meaning, that's what makes a great hip hop label record. Sorry.
Yeah, that's good. I get you. And like, what are some examples, both of you? Can you name like one maybe like record or one song, a single? It could be a single off an album, off any project. What do you think like really like gave you a like what gave you the perspective that it's a good like song or like what like a great record? Like in your perspective, what was so good about the song? Like, what's one good song you would for, like officially side with and say it was good?
mm, I'm gonna have to say any of like NWA's records because they come from a background of gang violence, you know, all that. So I
Okay.
mean,
And Elijah, you have one quick one?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go with Logic's first album that got him into the game. That whole album, it was just his whole album was explaining his backstory, where he came from, and how he wanted to move away from that life and to start something better for himself, which is a
Okay.
message that should be getting spread out to a lot of people.
Okay, and the fifth question, how did you guys discover that hip hop was the right genre for your artistic expression?
okay. Elijah, you got this one. You want to go first, son?
Yeah, I got you. Um, can you repeat that one more time? Sorry.
How did you discover hip hop was the right genre for your artistic expression?
That's crazy. I actually think about this a lot. When I realized is when I watched oh the movie Notorious with Big.
Mm,
After I watched that movie, um, that's that's what got me into trying to write my first verse. And I'm looking at these words that I was able to come up with, and I realized that, thanks to like reading books and all that stuff, I have a decent vocabulary to where I can put in wordplay, and then I realized that I can make my stories that I want to tell and make my feelings into a verse that I can use for art.
okay, right on. And Angel, what about you?
Um, Honestly, I'm a very like opinion. Is that how you say opinionistic person?
Mm,
So like to me, hip hop is like something that I could use to for like the expression of freedom. Like,
okay, and the sixth and final question, uh, who are the paramount fi figures influencing your work within the realm of hip hop? Like who are like your, kind of like your idols? Like who inspires you, who influences you like to continue like working in the realm of hip hop?
For me, it's gonna have to be Logic. Um, everything, most of the things that Logic says, sings, raps, and all that stuff, he says it from the heart, and he tells the truth when it comes to things that the world needs to hear. And I wanna, like, when I write lyrics and when I try to make music, I try to make it as real as possible and to make it how I feel about certain things around the world.
I get you. I get you. And you make it close and personal just like he does. Angel, what about you?
um, I mean, some producers that I idolize is like Dr. Dre. Like I said in the beginning, like he's honestly one of the craziest producers that I've ever listened to. Coming back from like listening to his old albums, even seeing the Straight Outta Compton movie when he made that the first song with Snoop Dogg, that was a good one. And then I mean another one to like make it newer is like Metro Boomin. How
Metro,
it's
yeah,
just
okay.
yeah, it's just straight like
The evolution
it's
of
just
hip hop
straight
and like yeah.
hip hop, like beats, having other people collab with him on his own music.
Right on. And yeah, I totally get you on that. I like I remember in high school, right? We'd mess around and like me and yeah, we'd all rhyme shit and bang on the table or whatever. Personally, I think like what helped me or like what kind of helps me rhyme or like what kind of inspired me to rhyme was like watching Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon, DC Young Fly, Conceited,
Hmm.
Hey Man Holler, right? Just messing around, right? Just banging on the table, being loud. Um, so like I mean shit, when I spit rhymes and flows with you guys, I just do it, out of my ass. But I don't think I could be probably, like I give mad props to Elijah as much as we make fun of him for stuttering and having a list, but I don't think I'd be able to spit flows like that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Appreciate
And
that.
I tried to read, what was the app you said you used for producing?
Who, me?
BandLab.
Oh yeah.
BandLab. Okay, yeah, yeah. I think our like teachers like done a demo, our professors done a demo on that. So I've been like trying to mess around with that. I want to make like a bounce, like a bounce rap trap like. a bounce rap kind of like, sample, like something like Suicide Boys or like a Memphis bounce, something nasty, grimy, something like that. So I'm still working or like messing around with BandLab. I'll be watching YouTube videos and shit like on my free time or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
alrighty, fellas, that marks officially the end of our interview. Thank you for joining me. I'm your
But
host.
Thank
So
you.
anyhow, have a good one.